Nerd Mousebug here, and today we are doing another toy unboxing thanks to SpinMaster Toys. So we have Bakugan, the starter set, and we have some more Bakugan toys. So the Bakugan starter set will come with one Bakugan Ultra, two Bakugan, 6 Baku cores, 3 character cards, 4 ability cards, 1 Bakugan trading card game rulebook, 1 instruction sheet.
And this is thanks to our friends at SpinMaster Toys. SpinMaster was not only nice enough to send us this starter set, and here is the back and what you're going to see, but we also have some of these battle brawlers. We have Dragonoid right there, we have Trox right there, we have Pyrus Mantanoid right there, and on top of that we have a number of the trading card booster packs, and they have 10 cards each. We have 4 of them. We'll set those ones aside. And right there on the back is just a little bit more details. There's also an app that you can download and load all of your Bakugan into it, which will be really cool. We're going to give that a try. Yeah, you're really excited. We're going to give that a try a little bit later. But once again, thank you, SpinMaster, for sending these.
Now we're going to open up the starter set. As you can see, it comes with 1, 2, 3 character cards, and these are the playing cards that we will read later. So now we are going to take out our characters. Oh, I forgot. We also have the codes.
Cores. Very cool.
And here are our characters.
So this one is Nobilius Ultra. Very cool. Having a hard time getting them out?
Yeah.
Let me help you out. Okay, there are the other 2, so we will roll them and have them pop open. There's one. Very cool. And of course the cores will stick to it like that, and that is part of the game. That one did not do it, and part of it's rolling. There we go. And there is the other one right there. Very nifty. And then of course the Ultra one, which is right there. And you're just showing how they go right back into a ball?
Yeah.
Very cool.
The Ultras are harder.
So these are all associated with with the different symbols, and they'll match up to the symbols on the cards and things like that. And then of course no, this is the wrong card. Here we go. They'll match up to the symbols on the card, and then they'll have scores on them. And these here have scores on the back side, which will do different things, give you different scores, and ultimately that's how you decide who's winning and who's losing. Usually you're playing with a team of 3 Bakugan, as comes in this starter set, and it's whoever can get their 3 Bakugan opened up the first is the winner. We have 3 more here to open up as well, and so we'll be able to set up 2 teams, and of course they all come with their own Baku cores as well, so we'll be able to play the game. And there he goes, he got that one closed as well. Alright, we are going to look into these booster packs as well as the deck and the cards and figure out how this all works, and we will be back with a demo of the game. Here is all the Bakugan that you can currently get There is the Ultra ones here, and then of course just a regular Bakugan there. And then the Ultras are so difficult to put back together that they come with their own instructions.
Ew.
I think after you've done it a couple times, it'll make more sense, but they do have to go back a very specific way before you can actually get them to roll up. These ones here are much easier. You're essentially just tucking the head underneath the body, and then it'll close up easy peasy. But these Ultra ones are a little bit more in depth, so make sure that you don't throw that away. Okay, we opened up one of the smaller packs right here. Inside, you are going to get a Bakugan toy, the associated card, and 2 battle cores that correspond to the Bakugan card right here. As you can see, a shield and the DNA helix. So that's what comes in each of those. We actually got a double of this one, which is, that's fine. We can each have one. But now we will open up the rest, and then we'll lay them all out. As part of what SpinMaster sent, we got these booster pack boxes here. When you take them out, there's just a deck of cards inside, and this could be a sampling of what you would get. Like other trading cards, it seems like there are cards that are a little rarer than others, as these two look a little bit different than the rest, but overall pretty cool. So we're going to open up the rest of these and then set up with all of these Bakugan. Okay, we are all set up for a game of Bakugan. I have my 3 characters with my character cards, as well as my starting deck. There is Little Nerdy Mouse's starting deck and his 3 characters, and we've placed all of the cores in the middle of the table. We each took turns placing them to create this matrix. On your turn, you will draw 5 cards. Or no, you'll start the game with 5 cards in your hand, just like that. On your turn, let's say it's my turn, you will draw an additional card. So you will have 6. And then you can choose one of the cards, maybe one you don't want to use, and lay it face down as energy, and that's what you'll use to spend, or that's what you'll use to buy cards later on. As you can see, there are energy costs in the top corner. You can lay 1 down per turn, but of course every card you lay down to turn into energy is a card that you won't be able to use later in the game. Eventually, both of you will take one of your Bakugan. So if I take this one here, Little Nerdy Mouse is taking his Ultra. So on the Bakugan, there will be an arrow, and I'm just going to try to find mine. There will be an arrow that indicates the way that you should roll them. There we go. So I want to roll mine towards the table, towards the matrix, sorry. Arrow pointing towards. And so I will move these ones out of the way. And of course, here is my character card. The important thing here will be the B value right there. So we'll just set him off to the side. And Little Nerdy Mouse is going to do the exact same thing. So I will take my Bakugan. I'll make sure that, if it focuses, there we go. I'll make sure that the arrow is pointed that way. Now the big thing here is that when you roll, you're hoping that your Bakugan is going to land on one of these matrix pieces and catch it and open up. If it doesn't open up and the other player's opens up, they are deemed the victor for the game. If neither of you open up, you will roll them again. If you both open up, we will get to that in a second. So let's take our things here and let's roll them. 1, 2, 3. So neither of ours even hit the matrix. So let's give that another go. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just say, for the sake of this, that we opened up and we opened up. We would both take our pieces back, remove the core from the bottom, and flip it over. This is a bad example. Let me try to see if I can find one that is better. There we go. Okay, so my core here has a negative 100B, and for attack, the attack comes into play after. So if I take my Bakugan character card, I have an attack of 500. So when you take the 500 minus 100, I finish with 400. And now we will look at Little Nerdy Mouse's. Here is his card, and it has an attack of 300. The core he picked up was 150, so he finishes with 450. I finish with 400, and therefore Little Nerdy Mouse's Bakugan actually wins in this situation. He will take his core and his Bakugan and put it back with his set. Because I lost, I must take mine and roll it back together, which I'm going to try to do with one hand. It's not going to go, but I would roll mine back together. Little Nerd Mouse is going to do that. I will roll mine back together, and it will go back into my set of cards back in front of me. This I will flip back over and return to the matrix. And then I will have 3 rolled up Bakugan again when I'm finished. At this point, Little Nerdy Mouse would attack, so he has 4 fists here. Of course, I did not win, so I have none. So he has 4 plus 4. I do get 1 right here, actually. I do get this one. That's all I get. He gets the plus 4 because of his core. So he would beat me in this situation if no one was playing any cards out of their hands. He would beat me in this situation, although there are cards I could play. I'm not going to for the sake of this example. He would beat me 8-7. I would then have to go to my deck and discard the difference. So I'd have to discard 7 cards. What ultimately happens is the first person who gets to the end of their pile, and let's say I had to discard 3 cards, the second I start discarding and I can no longer discard, I have lost and he has won. The goal is ultimately to get all 3 of your Bakugan opened up, because if you manage to open them all up, you can unleash a team attack. That gets really in-depth with the rules, which is fine. There is this handy book that will walk you through how to play. But overall, it's a pretty fun game. It's not the most in-depth trading card game you can play. Deck building can probably get a little bit complicated, but with some help, I'm sure it's very possible. Once again, we want to thank SpinMaster for sending these over. I know Little Nerdy Mouse is really excited to play, and right now he's trying to fold back up his Ultra Bakugan. But this is a really great toy. I'm sure he's going to get lots of enjoyment out of it. Thanks again for watching, everyone. If you could like this video and subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. We have a whole bunch more coming from SpinMaster, so stay tuned for that. What do you got to say there, little guy?
Bye.